Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, guys. How are you on today? Guess what time it is? It is story time with Miss Doris. I have an awesome story for us on today. But before we get started with our story, I'd like to greet everyone all over the world. I would like to say hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some, good night. Someone is going to bed somewhere in the world. But guess what? You are just in time for story time with Miss Doris. Today's story we're going to be reading it's going to be coming out of our children's Bible. Today is Wednesday, and on Wednesday we read a Christian story. Hello, Cher. How are you on today? I know someone is having a birthday that's coming up really soon. Happy early birthday to you, Cher Shaquavia. I hope you're having an awesome day. Hello, Shakana. Hello, Minerva. How are you on today? Today's story we're going to be reading is Elijah Goes Away. And this is going to be coming out of our children's Bible, 2 Kings chapter number 2. 2 Kings chapter number 2 is the story we're going to be reading on today. But before we get started with our story, shout outs to all of you out there that are celebrating a birthday on today. Happy birthday to you and all of those who wish me a happy birthday. Those that just send me messages, text messages, phone calls, gifts. I appreciate all of you. I haven't checked my fan mailbox yet, Storytime fan box, but I know you guys send me letters and cards from all my kids all over the world. So this month of September, we are working with the sign language, the sign letters in alphabets, the sign letters in alphabet. So today's letter we're doing is going to be the letter D. Today's letter is going to be the letter D. And we have the capital D and the small d. Today's letter is the capital D. So we are going to form this letter before we get started with our live story time. So welcome to all of you that's tuning into Story Time with Miss Doris for the first time. Welcome to Story Time with Miss Doris. Let's do our sign letter for today. Today's letter is going to be the letter D. Today's letter is the letter D. So before we get started, we always put our hands up. Miss Doris needs to see the front facing of your hands. Let's see the front facing of all of the children's hands, and even our parents, the ones that's going to be forming this letter with us as well. Our parents, nanas, papas, cousins, uncles, TTs, nieces, nephews. So whoever may be watching, let's go ahead and put those fingers up, wiggle them around, get those fingers loosened up, get those tendons, those muscles loosened up in the hand. We are going to form the letter D. So the letter D, we're going to take the 3 fingers, bend them, and keep this finger right here sticking out. So this is the letter D. This is the letter D. This is the letter D. So let's try one more time. Hands up, bend the 3 fingers, put the thumb across like that, and this is the letter D. D-O-R-I-S is Doris's name. It's my name. So let's do it one more time. Hands up, bend the 3 fingers, take the thumb, put it across like that, and this is the letter D. Wow, you guys did an awesome job. Now let's do it again without looking at the letter. Hands up, bend the 3 fingers, put the thumb slightly across that 3rd index finger, and this is the letter D. Now let's do it in our minds silently. Hands up. Awesome job. You guys did an awesome job. Now let's do it just a little tad faster. Hands up. Good job. Let's get ready with our story time reading. Coming out of our children's Bible, Elijah Goes Away. Elijah Goes Away. Coming out of our children's Bible from 2 Kings chapter number 2. 2 Kings chapter number 2. Elijah was the leader of all God's prophets. He did many miracles that showed the power of God. Now Elijah was old and tired. God sent Elijah a helper, a young man named Elisha. Elisha promised Elijah, I will stay with you no matter what. When God sent Elijah to the city of Bethel, Elisha went with him. When God told Elijah to go to Jericho, Elisha went there too. Bethlehem. Bethlehem visited Bethel and Jericho and other places to encourage the local prophetess one last time before saying goodbye. One day Elijah told his helper, the Lord wants me to go to Jordan River. You must stay there. But Elijah went with him to the river. When they got there, Elijah took off his coat. He rolled it up and slapped it against the water. At once a path opened up. The two of them could walk across the dry land. When they got over to the other side, the water closed again. Elijah turned to Elisha and said, the Lord will soon take me away. If you are with me when this happened, you will be the one who takes the place as a leader of all God's prophets. Jordan River. Jordan River forms a natural boundary between Israel and the nations to the east. Along its twisting 100-mile journey, the Jordan descends from 1,200 feet above the sea level, about 1,200 feet below the sea level. It connects the Sea of the Galilee in the north to the Dead Sea in the south. The two men kept walking and talking. Suddenly a flaming chariot pulled by fiery horses came in between them. A strong wind blew and took Elijah up into heaven. There's the water split in half. God split in half. Divided the wide sea. Elijah was an attendant of Elijah. For 7 or 8 years before, Elijah was taken up to heaven. After Elijah had gone, Elisha inherited God's Spirit and did many, many wonderful things. The Lord has taken my master away, Elisha cried. He saw Elijah's coat on the ground. He picked it up and went back to the Jordan River. When the Lord do miracles for me as he did for Elijah, he wondered. Elisha slapped the coat against the water. A dry path opened up. The prophets of Jericho saw what happened. Elijah now has Elijah powers, they said, and they made him their leader. There's Elisha picking up Elijah's robe. The end. That was an awesome short story. I enjoyed reading you guys a short Christian story on today, talking about Elijah's the leader of all God's prophets, which he did many miracles that showed the power of God. And after he passed, Elijah, God gave the powers to Elijah, which came through the robe of Elijah. You guys, I enjoyed reading you an awesome short story. Remember, if you're not feeling well, always let someone know you're not feeling well. And guess what? They would take really good care of you. And when you're out and about or playing with that favorite toy or whatever you may be doing, make sure you're washing and sanitizing your hands at all times. We don't want you guys getting sick. I want you well for the summer. I want you well for the summer. And when you approach those places that has the establishment that has the sign up that you must wear your mask, make sure you're wearing your mask, guys. Don't take your mask off unless someone tells you to. I enjoyed reading you guys an awesome short story on today. Make sure you're practicing safety first. Share Storytime videos with your family and friends. I enjoyed you guys on today. Take care. Love you all with the love of God. Take care. Have an awesome day. Don't forget to smile. See you soon.